What's up, y'all? Currently in Miami right now. I'm gonna try my best to kind of keep this short and quick. Try not to cut the video a whole bunch, but recently I kind of been dealing with some life experiences, and a lot of you guys always ask me, like, how do you read the Bible, or what do you do to like help understand the Bible? And honestly, I read based on where I'm at, you know, in a place I'm trying to go as well. So if I am an athlete, I'm reading on perseverance, or I'm reading on how to push through or how to overcome, you know what I'm saying? Currently in this season, I've been dealing with more people, so a lot of the stuff I've been dealing with has been more relationships and interactions and things like that. So I read a lot about how to treat people and how to act towards people whenever, you know, maybe they're not treating me the same way or whatever it might be. I read a lot about the position that I'm in because it's the best way for the Bible to relate to me at that period. And when I'm praying, I can pray on something that I'm actually desiring or something that I'm actually looking for help in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just mindlessly praying or mindlessly reading. I'm reading with a goal to get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of want to read a little bit and share some scripture and some things that kind of stood out to me. But I wanted to make a few more videos to help you guys, but also help myself and encourage myself to talk and speak and just get out of the grave. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, I was reading in 1 Samuel, right? 1 Samuel, it's talking about David being appointed king. So if you guys know David or don't know David, you should get to know him. But David was a shepherd, right? David had one of the worst jobs of his 7 brothers, okay? Throughout this time, the people were going to fight Goliath, right? And they needed someone who could lead them through the battle, right? And David is the shepherd. He's herding sheep all day long. He doesn't have one of the fancy jobs or any of the special jobs like his brothers. So in 1 Samuel 16, it talks about Samuel looking for the next appointed king, and his brother Eliab. I want to call him Elias so bad, but it's Eliab with a B. It's not Elias. But he literally walks in the room of the house and he's like, you know, kind of puffing up like, I'm the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the guy you're looking for. And the Lord literally told Samuel, he said, it's not about the outward appearance. It's not how you see this man on the outside. It's about what's in his heart. And it's about who he is. So are these all your sons? You know, he's asking his father. His father's name was Jesse. He's asking him, are these all your sons? And he said, yeah, but you know, the youngest one is outside herding the sheep. So David gets neglected by his father and his brothers. You know what I'm saying? They don't even acknowledge that he's there. They don't acknowledge that David is actually out there herding sheep, and everyone's inside waiting to find out who's going to be appointed king. And I thought this was cool because that could be me sometimes. You know, sometimes people look at the lifestyle that I'm living right now and the opportunities that are happening, and on the outside everybody thinks it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? And it is. Don't get me wrong. I'm absolutely blessed. But there's also so many areas that people overlook in my life because they just look on the outside. And I liked when the Lord was saying, like, it's not about the outside appearance. It's not what happens on the outside. It's about the heart. Like, the Lord sees your heart and he will reward you. So as we kind of go through this, his brothers are very envious of him. Eliab, not Elias. Eliab is talking poorly on him. In verse 28, as he's going to defeat Goliath, he says, why have you come down here? Did you leave the sheep? Kind of nagging at him like, go do your job. You're not qualified to be here. You know what I'm saying? The Lord didn't call you to be here. And this was even after the Lord appointed him to be king. So it made me think about the people close to me. It was like, why am I honestly disappointed that you guys won't support or correct or help me be a better person if his own brother, his oldest brother, you know, Jesse's first son, if his older brother wouldn't even acknowledge David being appointed king at this time and still had comments, he still had things to say, he still had negativity to share even after he was anointed. Why am I surprised that the people closest to me don't have the best interests? If they'll do it to David, who defeated Goliath from the freaking burden of trying to defeat the man, why am I surprised? The guys around you they not always your guys. You feel me? The friends, the people, you know what I'm saying? Those people that you think are optimistic, some of them are just looking for an opportunity, and you have to recognize that. And I'm trying to tell you before you end up like me, you know what I'm saying? You got to find out. But ultimately, the people closest to David didn't even acknowledge him. Even after he got appointed king, they still didn't give a crap. They didn't care. They said, go back out there and herd the sheep, bro. You ain't special. Why are you here? You know, don't you have something to be doing? Like, you think you finna defeat Goliath? Like, I know you just came here to just watch. They didn't even accept him. You know what I'm saying? They never wanted it to be David. They just kind of gave me a realization, like, why are you surprised? Honestly, why are you surprised they don't support you? Why are you surprised they're not helping you? Why are you surprised if David's own brother still had comments to say, still had stuff to say, like all in the text, just nagging at him? Why are you surprised? If they're gonna do it to David who defeated Goliath, they definitely gonna do it to you, and you doing some regular junk. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to share that today and pray on it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all as always. See y'all.